They begin on the ground with Kamara. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Lawrence to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Etienne on the toss right. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On second down, there's the option going left. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
A carry here for the big tight end. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jimmy Graham. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now Lawrence on first down. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. On the move past the 40.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A give to ETN running right. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, this defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd down and 4, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd down, Cottrell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Darnold. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
105 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Darnold.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked by Chad Muma.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Kamara is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now a handoff up the middle. Cottrell. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Flush to his right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Julio Jones. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Now Sam Sloman is on. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance. So not a surprise, but there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout.
7 yards there and a first down. Darnold now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Kamara up the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Now Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. Trying the left side with Kamara.
132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off of play action, Darnold.
Got an open man. It's Olave. He's got the first down and more.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. A 10th carry for Kamara.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold eluding the pressure right.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He completes it to Olave.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. A give running right, Etienne.
And he's got some space here. He's at the 50, 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Play action. It's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And